Okay, now here the next problem from quadratic expressions is if alpha beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Alpha beta are the roots of this quadratic equation. Then write the following in the terms of the coefficients a, b and c. Means the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta, 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square, and alpha power 4 beta power 7 plus alpha power 7 beta power 4. These are the three given terms here. These we have to write in the terms of a, b and c, where alpha and beta are the roots of the given quadratic equations. Okay then, alpha comma beta, this is the solution here. Alpha comma beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That is the given quadratic equation. So we can write sum of the roots alpha plus beta, that is minus b by a, and product of the roots alpha beta, that is c by a. Suppose this is equation number 1. So alpha plus beta, sum of the roots is minus b by a, and product of the roots alpha beta, that is c by a. These are the two things you can write from the given. Alpha beta are the roots of the quadratic equation. Now try to write the given in the terms of a, b and c. Here the first one is 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta is given. This is the sum of the two fractions. So to find the sum, we should take the LCM of the two denominators. That is the product of these two, alpha beta. Here beta into 1 will be beta, plus this alpha into 1 will be alpha. That means the given 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta is equal to alpha plus beta by alpha beta. But from equation number 1, we have these two values. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a, and this denominator alpha beta is c by a. So the resultant will be minus b by c. So the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta in the terms of given ABC we have to write. Okay. So this is equal to minus b by c. Now the next one is, second one, that is 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square is given. Similar to that last one, here the product alpha square beta square is the LCM. Numerator will be beta square plus alpha square now. So there is no problem with the denominator, because alpha square beta square means you can write alpha beta whole square. Product is given, that is why it is easy. And we have the value of alpha beta, that is c by a. So this will be c by a whole square, that is c square by a square. Then what about the numerator? Beta square plus alpha square is given. That means it is alpha square plus beta square. You can interchange, no problem. That is the sum of the two terms. Okay. So alpha square plus beta square means you can write like this: alpha plus beta whole square. Suppose if you write alpha plus beta whole square, which is in the form of a plus b whole square, then you are getting alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. In addition to the required alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta we are getting. So subtract the same. So minus 2 alpha beta. That means a plus b whole square minus 2ab gives a square plus b square, like this. And now this alpha plus beta is minus b by a whole square gives b square by a square, minus 2 into this is c by a, because alpha beta, this is c square by a square. Take the LCM of these two denominators. Then a square is the denominator. This is b square minus 2ca. Denominator is c square by a square. These two gets cancelled. Then you are getting the required result, which is equal to b square minus 2ca whole by c square. Here the numerator is in the form of alpha square plus beta square. So you can write alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Write these values minus b by a and c by a. Then it is minus b by a whole square will be b square by a square 2 into c by a. This is c by a, product of the roots, whole square. If you take the LCM of these two denominators a square and a square gets cancelled. B square minus 2ca by c square is the required result. Now the third one is alpha power 4 beta power 7 plus alpha power 7 beta power 4 is given. So you can say that alpha power 4 and beta power 4 are the common terms here. So write alpha power 4 beta power 4 common terms separately, then you are getting beta cube plus alpha cube. Okay, alpha power 4 beta power 4 is the common term here, then you are getting alpha cube plus beta cube. In the previous case it is in the form of a square plus b square, that is a plus b whole square minus 2ab we wrote there. In the same way this is in the form of a cube plus b cube. Okay, so this one we can write like this. This is alpha beta power 4 into a cube plus b cube form is there. Suppose if you write a plus b whole cube means here it is alpha plus beta whole cube. If you write alpha cube plus beta cube plus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta you are getting, because the expansion of a plus b whole cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. In the simplified form the same will be a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. That is why. So that minus 3ab into a plus b we have to subtract. That means minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Just observe this one. A plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. From this, a cube plus b cube will be a plus b whole cube minus of 3ab into a plus b. Here instead of a and b, alpha beta roots are there. Now we know the values of both alpha beta and alpha plus beta, right there and simplify. So here it is alpha beta, that is c by a whole power 4 into alpha plus beta, that is minus b by a whole cube, that means minus b cube by a cube, minus 3 into alpha beta, that is c by a, alpha plus beta, that is minus b by a. So this is c power 4 by a power 4 into, this will be plus, denominator is a square, here it is a cube, so the LCM will be a cube. LCM will be a cube. So then minus b cube. This is minus of minus plus. 3bc is there, since a cube is the LCM, we should multiply with another a, so this will be plus 3abc. So that is the required result. In the terms of ABC, you can write the given like this. Just observe the solution here. Alpha and beta are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Then we have to write the given in the terms of ABC. So by using sum of the roots alpha plus beta is minus b by a, and the product of the roots alpha beta is c by a, you can write like this. So here the next one is a quadratic equation is given here like this: x minus a into x minus b is equal to h square. X minus a into x minus b is equal to h square. Observe the given equation. We have to write the nature of the roots here. Whether the roots are real or imaginary like that. So this will be multiply these two, x square minus ax minus bx minus of minus, that is plus ab, is equal to h square. Now there are two x terms, so by taking common, x square minus x into this is a plus b plus ab minus h square equal to 0. This is the simplified form of the given quadratic equation. Now to find the nature of the roots, we have to find its discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac. So observe this one, discriminant d is equal to b square minus 4ac, means here b is minus of a plus b. Minus 4 into a into c. A quotient of x square is 1 and c is ab minus h square. This is the discriminant. So minus the whole square gives positive, that is why it is a plus b whole square minus 4 into ab minus of minus plus 4 into h square. So here it is a plus b whole square minus 4ab. Consider these two terms together. A plus b whole square minus 4ab will be a minus b whole square, because this is a square plus b square plus 2ab minus 4ab will be minus 2ab. That gives the expansion of a minus b whole square. So the given discriminant is a minus b whole square plus 4h square. This is the discriminant. So you can say one thing. A minus b whole square is non-negative, means it is either 0 or positive, plus 4 into h square is also non-negative. So there is no chance of getting any negative value. So this is always either greater than or equal to 0. So the result is either 0 or positive. There is no chance of getting any negative value. Therefore, given quadratic equation always has real roots, means roots are always real. The given quadratic equation always has real roots, because the value of the discriminant is a minus b whole square plus 4h square, which is a non-negative value. That is why. Now the next one, if x1 comma x2 are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, x1 x2 are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then find the value of, or write the value of ax1 plus b whole power minus 2. Just observe the given one. x1, x2 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Then write the value of ax1 plus b whole power minus 2 plus ax2 plus b whole power minus 2 in the terms of a, b and c. In the terms of a, b, c, you have to write the value of ax1 plus b whole power minus 2 plus ax2 plus b whole power minus 2. Here x1 and x2 are the roots of the quadratic equation. So Observe this one. Since x1 comma x2 are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Means these two, x1 and x2, are satisfying the given quadratic equation. That is why these are called roots. So you can say that ax1 square plus bx1 plus c is equal to 0. Means if you put x1 in the place of x, you will get 0. And ax2 square plus bx2 plus c is equal to 0. Because x1 and x2 are the roots, means they are satisfying the given quadratic equations. But now the required one is ax1 plus b whole power minus 2. So I am writing this value like this. ax1 square plus bx1 means x1 is the common term, then you are left with ax1 plus b here. This is equal to c will be minus c in the RHS part. So the value of ax1 plus b is equal to minus c by x1. So the value of ax1 plus b whole square is equal to, if you apply whole square, you will get c square by x1 square. So the value of ax1 plus b whole power minus 2 will be, whole power minus 2 means takes a reciprocal. So this will be x1 square by c square. That is the value of ax1 plus b whole power minus 2, x1 square by c square. And similarly from the second case, by taking common this x2, you are getting ax2 plus b is equal to minus c. So the value of ax2 plus b is equal to minus c by x2. If you apply whole square on either sides, you are getting c square by x2 square. Reciprocal gives the required ax2 plus b whole power minus 2, which is equal to x2 square by c square. This is x1 square by c square and this is x2 square by c square. Now the sum of these two we have to write. Therefore, ax1 plus b whole power minus 2 plus ax2 plus b whole power minus 2 is equal to, sum of these two we have to find. First one is x1 square by c square plus second one is x2 square by c square. Here c square is the LCM. Numerator will be x1 square plus x2 square. But this value we have to write in the terms of ABC. In the denominator it is okay, c square we got. But in the numerator it is x1 square plus x2 square. Write this in the terms of ABC. So that means, instead of this, we can write x1 plus x2 whole square. Means I am writing a plus b whole square. So a square plus b square plus 2ab we are getting here. So eliminate the additional term minus 2x1 x2 by c square. So then this will be x1 plus x2. Since x1 and x2 are the roots of the given equation, we can say x1 plus x2 is minus b by a and x1 x2 is c by a. Sum of the roots and product of the roots you can write. Substitute those values here. x1 plus x2, that is minus b by a whole square, will be b square by a square minus 2 into c by a. By denominator is c square. So take the LCM a square. This is c square. This a square is the LCM here. This will be b square minus 2ca by c square. A square is the required value of the given. So x1 and x2 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 here. Write sum of the roots x1 plus x2 minus b by a and x1 x2 c by a. And from the given, these are the roots, means they are satisfying the given quadratic equation. So find the values of ax1 plus b whole power minus 2 and ax2 plus b whole power minus 2. Calculate the sum. Now another important topic is there in quadratic expressions, that is related to common root of two equations. Suppose there are two quadratic equations. First one has roots alpha and beta. Second one has roots beta and gamma. Again, two quadratic equations are there. First one has roots alpha and beta. Second one has roots beta and gamma. Then what can you say about these two? Beta is a root of the given two equations, that is satisfying both first and second equations. Alpha, beta are the roots of the first one. Beta, gamma are the roots of the second one. So beta is there in both. That is called common root. Means the value of x which can satisfy both the given quadratic equations is called the common root. So remember one important thing here. If the given quadratic equation has either solid roots or imaginary roots, they occur in pairs. That means if a plus root b is a root of the quadratic equation, if a plus root b is the root of the quadratic equation, then the other root will be a minus root b. It's a conjugate solid. In the same way, if a plus ib is a root of the given quadratic equation, then the other root will be a minus ib. Means imaginary roots and solid roots occurs in pairs. So two quadratic equations are given here. They have a common root, and if the delta of, means discriminant of one quadratic expression or equation is negative, then it has imaginary roots, means one root is common, means the second root is also common. So they have the same roots. Okay. Now, actually there is a theorem here. Here we are just writing the statement of the theorem. With the help of this, we can solve the applications. Two quadratic equations. Suppose a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equal to 0. And the second one is a2x square plus b2x plus c2 is equal to 0. These are the given two quadratic equations and they have a common root. These two quadratic equations have a common root. Then the quotients are satisfying this condition. C1a2 minus C2a1 whole square is equal to a1b2 minus a2b1 into b1c2 minus b2c1. So the necessary and sufficient condition for the given two quadratic equations to have a common root is C1a2 minus C2a1 whole square is equal to a1b2 minus a2b1 into b1c2 minus b2c1. You can remember like this. Here a and b and c, consecutive terms you are getting. Here a and c you are getting. Okay. So the proof we'll discuss later. And now by using this condition, we can solve the problems which are related to the common root concept. Just observe the solution. With the help of this, we'll solve a few problems. So two quadratic equations have a common root. Means compare the first equation with a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equal to 0 and the second with the other one. There you are getting the quotients, means the values of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 we are getting. And now, since they have a common root, write the condition and then simplify. Okay, now here the problem is x square if the quadratic equation x square plus 4ax plus 3 is equal to 0 and 2x square plus 3ax minus 9 equal to 0. These are the two quadratic equations. First one is x square plus 4ax plus 3 is equal to 0 and the second one is 2x square plus 3ax minus 9 is equal to 0. They have a common root. Then find a. and the common root. Find the value of a and also the common root. So here it is given that these two quadratic equations have a common root. So compare with a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x square plus b2x plus c2 equal to 0. Then you're getting these values. A1 is equal to 1, b1 is equal to 4a, c1 is equal to 3, means coefficients from the first quadratic, and a2 is equal to 2, b2 is equal to 3a, c2 is equal to minus 9. So these are the coefficients here. Since they have a common root, c1a2 minus c2a1 whole square is equal to a1b2 minus a2b1 into b1c2 minus b2c1. This is the required condition. Now substitute these values here. c1a2, this is c1 into a2, so 3 into 2, 6, minus c2a1, c2 and a1, minus 9 into 1, that is minus 9. So this one will be minus or minus plus 9. Whole square is equal to a1b2, 1 into 3a, 3a, minus a2b1, 2 into 4a, that is 8a, into b1c2, this is b1 and c2, minus 9 into 4a, b1c2, minus b2c1, that is 9a, 3 into 3a, 9. 16 plus 9 plus 6 will be 15. 15 square is 225 is equal to 3a minus 8a will be minus 5a, into this is minus 36a minus 9a will be minus 45a. So this 225 is equal to minus of minus plus. So no need to write any sign, means positive is there. A into a is a square. And what is the product of 5 and 45? The same 225 you are getting. So 225 into a square is equal to 225. These two gets cancelled. Use a square equal to 1 means a equal to plus or minus 1. Okay. Suppose if you take a is equal to plus 1, then you have to solve these two for the roots, then you can write the common root. Then by taking a equal to minus 1 also you can verify. Suppose in one case if you are not getting common root, then go for the next one. Suppose if you take a is equal to 1, then first equation will be x square plus 4 into 1, that is 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. And the second one is 2x square plus 3x minus 9 is equal to 0. So this is x plus 1 into x plus 3. So the roots are x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to minus 3 you are getting here. Roots are minus 1 and minus 3 here. And here 2 into 9, 18. 6 3s are 18. 6 minus 3 gives the required 3. So factorization. 3x means 6x minus 3x you can write. So 2x is the common term here into x plus 3 minus 3 into x plus 3. So again x plus 3 into 2x minus 3 you can write. So here the roots are x is equal to minus 3 or 3y. So x is equal to minus 3 is the root of the second quadratic equation and it is the root of the first quadratic equation also. So that is the required common root. So the two equations have a common root when a is equal to plus or minus 1. Similarly, by taking a is equal to minus 1, you just verify. Okay. Let's start with the solution. And now the next one, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and bx square plus cx plus a is equal to 0 have a common root. So observe the given two quadratic equations here. First one is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and the second one is bx square plus cx plus a is equal to 0. These two have a common root. These two quadratic equations have a common root. Then find the condition or relation between the quotients. So here a1 is equal to a, b1 is equal to b, c1 is equal to c, means quotients from the first quadratic equation. And a2 is equal to b, b2 is equal to c, c2 is equal to a. These are the quotients from the second quadratic equations. Here, the two equations have a common root, means c1a2 minus c2a1 whole square is equal to a1b2 minus a2b1 into b1c2 minus b2c1. This is the condition. Now substitute the values here. c1a2, cb or bc both are same, minus c2a1, that is a into a will be a square. Whole square is equal to a1b2, a into c, minus a2b1, b into b will be b square. b1c2, that is ba or ab, okay, minus b2c1, c into c will be c square. Just to substitute the values of a1, b1, c1 from the first quadratic equation and a2, b2, c2 from the second quadratic equation in the condition. Okay, then this is in the form of a minus b whole square, so write its expansion. There you are getting b square c square plus a power 4 minus 2a square bc, which is equal to multiply these two, a into a square bc, minus ac cube, ac into c square gives you minus ac cube, minus ab cube plus b square c square. Now these two gets cancelled. B square c square on either sides is there. It is there with the same side. Now write all the terms together. Here it is a power 4 minus ab cube minus ac cube. Right? If you write here, you will get ab cube plus ac cube. In the RHS part, a square bc is there. Now write this minus 2a square bc there. This will be plus 2a square bc. So by taking a common factor here, you are getting a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3a square bc. Since a is the quotient of x square, that is the leading quotient of the first quadratic expression or equation, it cannot be 0. It is a non-zero value, means you can eliminate this on either sides. Then you are getting the required relation, that is a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. This is the condition. When the given two quadratic equations have a common root, then the value of a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. So these are a few problems from quadratic expressions. In the next session, we will discuss few more. And now, please do like, share for Toppers Academy and subscribe our YouTube channel. Need your support. Then we post more and more